Hello everybody, happy Tuesday. It is Jennifer at Studio J Company. Come on in, get comfortable, grab a snack, grab a drink, let's hang out. It is storming really bad here. My power was flickering earlier, but you know what? As long as y'all can see me, I will be on here, okay? Or at least for my hour. I have 1 hour. Hey Krista. So, let me see if I can pull y'all up over here so I can see what's going on. Make sure the volume's down. As you come in, say hi. Let me know you're here. Just say hello, do an emoji, tap the heart, do something, let me know you're here. Hey Carol Ann. Okay, I'm not really painting a lot today. I'm actually doing some decoupage stuff. Thank you for shouting me out. All right, I'm out there. Let's see, Regina's got about 1 more minute, so I'm gonna let her finish up. I caught part of hers. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the replay. My power was flickering. And then I have dogs, I have dogs in panic mode. They start right before the storm actually starts, so I think they know when it's coming. Had Stella standing at the basement door like, Mom, isn't it time for us to go to the basement? I don't think it's time to go to the basement yet, though. It's not that bad. I think it's just thunderstorms. Hey, Cynthia. Hey, Whitney. It's storming where you are. I'm in Georgia. Where are you at? But man, it got dark all of a sudden. And then just thunder. And the next thing I know, I had 3 dogs like standing at me like, what do we do? I'm like, we can't do nothing right now. If it had started earlier, I would have just taken because I'm not doing a whole lot of painting. I don't need a lot of supplies for this. I would have just grabbed everything and went down to the basement and crafted down there. We did our paint party down there Thursday and it was fine. All the dogs were right there with me. So, Beating with Wayne, thank you for sprinkling. Y'all, Beating with Wayne is the last presenter in today's event and he's on at 8 Central, 9 Eastern. So he's the caboose in this party train. You're right next to me in Alabama, so you're getting it too. Yeah, it's crazy. Hey, Amanda. You see who I missed? Hey, Bonnie Ann. Thank you for sprinkling, y'all. Y'all, I'm like, last I looked, I'm like 50-something followers away from hitting 7,000. My goal is 10,000 because I think all kinds of little perks open up for you at 10,000, like a broadcast channel. Everybody's always asking me. I have a Telegram thing, but I don't use it. There's a lot of people on it. I don't know how to take them off. There's people on it that are from my personal page that I don't really want on there. So the broadcast channel, I think you have to have at least 10,000 followers before Facebook gives you that broadcast channel option where I can send out like little notifications letting y'all know when I go live. So sprinkle this out. Sprinkle this out. This helps me out so much. Hey, Tina Marie. Why am I looking way over there? I set up my iPad, which has a bigger screen right here. But I set y'all back. Hey, Carol Ruth. Thank you for sprinkle me. You're getting rain on and off too. Yeah, it's storming. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Diane. Hey, Janice. Hey, Donna. Hello, everybody. Everybody's here. Welcome in. Thank y'all for being here. Okay, I posted a picture the other day of, I know we just had a patriotic holiday, a patriotic weekend. But y'all, we still have 4th of July coming. We have Labor Day. The summer will be over before you blink your eyes. We have Labor Day after that. But if you're somebody like me, I like to decorate my porches in red, white, and blue for the whole summer. So I'm not taking down my patriotic stuff just because Memorial Day was yesterday and then put it back up like the week of 4th of July. I'm not doing that. My porches are going to be patriotic all summer long. So I did this little mini banner of patriotic popsicles. Now, you don't have to do them patriotic. I cut them out on my laser because I keep seeing these pictures on Pinterest of really cool wooden popsicles and all that. And I was like, okay, one of the things I saw said, you know, use a Dremel. One said use a router. I was like, I'm not going to do all the power tool stuff. So I would rather just make something with my laser. It's flat. I'm just going to decoupage it. But I put these in my shop. It's another rainy day there too. I know, it was storming the other night when I was watching you. And you got off. But I know it was freezing for a lot of people, or you were losing signal, but it never interrupted for me. I was able to see you just fine. So, but I know it's different for everybody. Welcome in. Somebody's new. Is it Deanna? Deanna, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Yeah, y'all, if you think you follow my page, if you know you don't follow my page, you want to follow my page, all you have to do is just tap the screen. Right now, you can just tap on my head. Tap and look for those little 3 dots, the menu dots. Tap them and it'll give you the option to follow or unfollow. If you're following me, then it'll give you the option to unfollow. Please don't do that. But if you're not following, I'd love for you to tap that follow button. I'm hoping I can hit, I mean, I'm this close to 7,000, but I need to get to 10,000 to get the broadcast channel. That's really my goal. So I would appreciate that. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. Hey, Jennifer. I didn't do them live. I just made them. It was late at night, and I took a picture the next day. So I was going to make a set because they're in my shop, and there's 2 sizes. That was the mini. And like I said, I did them patriotic, but these would be so cute done in watermelon, like watermelon popsicles. This is the small one. Well, this is the size of the small one. See how it's got the little holes at the top for the string. Hi, Brandy. So it comes in 2 sizes. This is the smaller one, and this is the bigger one. So I've done 2 of these, and I've got them hanging out on the windows on my front porch. I'm gonna do 2 of these. I'm gonna do, it comes in a set of 4. So I'm gonna do these and show y'all how I did them, because it didn't really require painting. I mean, let me show you. I just printed out, I went on Etsy and I found some pretty, y'all know I love to do this. Go on Etsy and in the search bar, you just type instant download or digital download, either one. Instant download patriotic, or instant download watermelon, whatever you want to do, whatever theme you're doing, dogs, whatever. And you get files super cheap, and you can print them. You just need a color printer. And you can print them as many times as you want, any sizes you want. I did, when I did those mini or the smaller banners, let me see. I like shrunk them down a little bit because I didn't want one popsicle to have like 2-3 stars, you know. So I shrunk them down so they're smaller. But see, so I'm doing them a little bigger since these are a little bit bigger popsicles. But it's so cool because you've got the base. You get 4, and each one has a base and then 3 stripes, I guess you would say. It's all layered. Hi, Giselle. Hello, hello. All right. Hey, Cindy. I'm seeing people pop in over here. Thank you for sprinkling, Amanda. Thank you. Okay, so here's what, really, the only thing that's going to show on the base after you put your pieces is the little parts up here where you're going to string it, and then your popsicle stick. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a little brown, any brown. I got burnt umber, but I think I'm going to do a lighter brown. Y'all, like I said, it's storming here. Hey, Miss Jim. Miss Jim is up after me, y'all. It's JEF Creations, an old woman making things. She's coming up next. Yeah, I print them on regular paper. You could print them on whatever paper you have. You could even print them on tissue paper. Takes a little more work, a little more trickiness. My printer eats. it takes me like 3 tries and I get 1 out of it, and then 3 more tries. And I spend more time picking tissue paper out of the printer than it's worth. So, but yeah, you can print them on whatever. This is just regular copy paper, you know, printer paper. Hey, Terry. Hello. All right, so first things first, I'm just gonna paint my little popsicle sticks. Can y'all see what I'm doing here? Y'all, the other night, what night? I went live. I wasn't in an event or anything. I just came on here live. What did I make? I did that patriotic bumblebee from my t-shirt box, from the subscription box. And I was like, I'm gonna go live from my iPad, because I got this new stand that clips to my craft table, holds my iPad, so I don't have to keep picking it up to look at it. Because a lot of times when I can't see my comments up here on my phone, I always go live from my phone. And sometimes I can't see comments, but if I go to my iPad, I can see the comments. But I have to stop, pick it up, open it up, all that stuff. So I got me a holder that clips to the table, so I can get it up right about eye level. And I have to keep picking it up, and it's actually working out good. So the other day I was like, you know what, I'm going to go live from my iPad, because I never do that. So it worked. I went live from the iPad, and I had my phone laying here on the table next to me. And my phone has all the notifications turned on. I mean, everything. It notifies me. It's constantly going off, like all night long. Drives Greg nuts. So I don't turn it off, because I'll forget to turn it back on. So anyway, we have Ring cameras. We have like the Ring doorbell on the front porch. We have a Ring camera on the back porch at our back door. We have like the motion light Ring cameras on the corners of the house, like, you know, different corners of the house with the motion light. So I don't know when, I never changed it, but at some point, the one on the back porch, like the front porch just makes this chime noise when somebody's at the door. But the one on the back porch, it just defaulted to it, I guess. I don't know. But it's like Alexa. Do I have her plugged in? I hate saying her name because she'll start talking to me. It's her voice. And she'll say, someone's at your door. And so the dogs have learned, they've learned these chimes. So whatever notification goes off, they know where to run to, like the front door, the back door, whatever. So anybody that knows us usually comes in through the back door. It comes into our kitchen. So the other night, I was going to go back and watch. Hey, Carolyn. Hey, Ralph. Hey, Shirley. Hi, everybody. If I missed anybody, welcome in. If anybody's new here, my name's Jennifer. Welcome in. So it's like 1 in the morning, y'all. And I'm like, I'm going to go back and watch the replay. Because I always say, if I miss your comments, I always go back and watch the replay, and I'll catch comments there. So it was like 1 in the morning, and I was sitting out. Greg had already gone to bed. Stella was in the bed. I don't know where Cooper was. Maggie was laying next to me on the couch. It was storming outside, and that's why Maggie was like clinging to me, and Stella was up under Greg. So it's like 1 in the morning. It's storming. And my, I'm watching the replay on my phone, and I heard that voice say, someone's at your door. And Maggie sat up and started growling, and I'm like, y'all, chills ran up my spine. I thought, who is on my back porch at 1 in the morning in a storm? It scared me so bad. And then I realized I was watching the replay, and in the replay, my phone was laying on my craft table right here. And it was in the replay because I was on my I was on my iPad. Anyway, it was on the replay, but I just heard my phone say that, and I freaked out. I thought someone was on my back porch in the middle of the night. And even Maggie thought it too. It was so scary. You can't hear me? Okay. Go out. Patricia, can somebody comment? I can't comment there. Patricia Lee said, I can't hear you. Can you comment to her? Maybe I can. Go out and come back in. Let me see. Go out and come back in. This is handy. Come back in. Do y'all remember when this happened before? I was like, go out. And oh, no, it was me. I was going to have to go out. And I was like, I will come back in. I was doing all these like hand signals. Yeah, go out and come back in if you can't hear me. Thanks, y'all. Let's see. Thank you. Hi, Jennifer. Hey, Kim. Yes, go out and come back in. That happens sometimes. I've been watching people and like I can't see anybody's comments but mine. When Michelle, Basement Crafting with Michelle, she was on first, like a couple of people before me. And I was commenting, but I couldn't see anybody else's comments. So I would like scroll in and I would like find some, it was weird. I had to go out and come back in and then I'd see somebody. But I don't know. It's Facebook. Okay, so these have, each popsicle has 3 layers. And let me see. The bottom layer, okay, the top is obviously the arched one. The bottom layer and the middle layer kind of look the same, except this one is perfectly rectangular and this one has kind of rounded bottom corners. They're a little bit rounded off, so that's the bottom. So, and you kind of want to know what order they go in case you're painting a pattern on here. Like I don't want my stars, I want my stars to be, you know, kind of like on a flag. It's the top left or the top, depending how you're doing it. Can you hear me now? Hey, Dawn. Hello. Hey, Zena Marie. Hey, everybody. Okay. All right, here we go. So what I'm going to do, like I said, I'm not doing a whole lot of painting. I'm going to decoupage these because I got some really cool patriotic paper here. And I printed this out a couple times so I can use them. Let me see if this is wide enough. Okay, I might do some where the stripes are going sideways and some where they're going down. So I'm gonna change it around a little bit. So this is your first time watching. I'm so glad. Welcome in. Did Patricia Lee come back? I love her. She's my new friend. She is in Florida. I think she's in Florida. She messaged me all the time. If she's on here, she cracks me up. I think she's going back and watching all my old videos. And like randomly, she'll send me a message. Like the other night, it was about a week or so ago. She was like, she asked me about my cross necklace, who made it. And then I get a random message. It was like, whatever happened with your neighbors and that truck? And I was like, oh my gosh, you're watching an old video. How much are those in your shop? The popsicles, the popsicle garland, there's 2 sizes. The small set, you get 4. Each one you get 4. This size, I think, don't quote me, I think they're $7.99 for the set. I can't remember. And I think $12.99 for the bigger ones. I think. I'm terrible. I don't know all my prices. I don't even know how to navigate around that shop. I have to go to the search bar. If I'm looking for something, like say I was looking for these, I would just go to studiojcompany.com and go to the search bar and type popsicle. And it's going to bring up any item I have in my shop that's a popsicle related item. I gotta take a class or something on that. I know how to add items. I know how to, I learned how to create invoices, so that makes it a lot easier. And I had to print shipping labels off there. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let me see how I'm going to do this first one. Oh, I went into Dollar Tree this morning. And you know how they have little rolls of fabric? Look at this. Red, white, and blue. Of course, there's going to be a lot more in this one. I love polka dots. I got some of these. Every now and then you find something good. I saw a yellow one. I didn't grab it. I wish I had. It was yellow and it had white like bee designs. It was like just solid white bees. It was really cute. You don't know how to do that. I had a website. I've had Studio J Company. Okay, so Studio J Company started out in 2000, actually in 2001. God, 24 years ago. It started out as a, it was a paint your own pottery studio in 2001, and it was called the Pottery Patio. And from there, it was a paint your own pottery. It was a contemporary ceramic studio. So it wasn't like a traditional ceramic studio where people poured the molds and cleaned the greenware. Do y'all remember all that? We didn't do all that. Everything was already poured, already cleaned, already fired. It was bisque. So it was ready to paint. And basically you would come in. I had all the tables and chairs everywhere, and each table had like a cup with paint brushes and stuff in it. And then there was a box on each table that had all the different colors. And then we had specialty colors up on the rack, you know, all the stuff, puffy paints, all that. Basically, you come in, you pick out your piece, you sit and paint it. All the supplies are there. You paint it. You leave it there for like a couple days. We would dip it in clear glaze and fire it in the kiln, and you come back and pick it up. And I had that store for about 8.5 years. But somewhere in my, let's see, that was 2001. I opened 2, 3, 4. I think in 2004. We used to do parties there, birthday parties and stuff like that. And part of the birthday party package is I created a custom birthday plate for the birthday girl or boy. We actually had boy parties there too. But it was a cupcake plate, and on the back we would have, so I would paint a cupcake and it would say happy birthday Susie or whatever it was, and then her birthday underneath the cupcake and polka dots and all that. And if it was a little boy, we did like a different, I'd ask them what what color icing they wanted on their cupcake. I did a lot of pink cupcakes and then some chocolate cupcakes with blue polka dots and all that. But on the back side of the plate, whoever I had working, I had a lot of high school students that worked for me. And the girls working the party would go around during the party, and on the back side of their plate, they would get each child at the party. They'd paint their fingerprint or thumbprint and press it on whatever color they wanted. And then Robin, one of the girls that worked for me, she would turn them into little characters, like, you know, it might be like this right here, this cup. Y'all, this cup means a lot to me. My mom made this cup at my store. I wish she had signed it and put a date on it. The little yellow dots, the yellow bumblebee, that's her thumbprint or her fingerprint. She saw these plates and was like, I want one of those. So she painted her fingerprints and she pressed them, and then she turned them into bumblebees. I have like a cappuccino, big cappuccino mug like this somewhere. When she passed away, I found these in her cabinet, and I was like, mine, I'm taking this. But we would put all the kids, and you know, she'd put their name. So they had a keepsake plate from that birthday party, and it had little characters on the back of all the kids that were at the party. So anyway, I did a lot of those. And then I would have people come in and say, can I get one of those plates made? It doesn't have to have the characters on it. I just want the plate, happy birthday, you know, Amanda and her date, you know, just as a birthday plate. So I started getting a lot of orders for those. So I was like, well, hey, you know, maybe I should start selling those online or something. And so I did. And next thing you know, it took off. I had stores. I need to get busy here, don't I? I had stores, like boutiques, contacting me asking if I sold wholesale to boutiques. And they want, so y'all, at one point, I had 19 stores across the country carrying my birthday plates. And it got a little crazy. So I ended up, that business ended up running circles around my little paint your own pottery store. And that paint your own pottery store, the overhead was insane. The rent, my utility bill, my electric bill was like $800 a month. And I remember every month when I would pay that, my ex-husband, he was like, I really wish you were paying that towards our house, you know? And like the rent payment was high. It was a couple $1,000s. He's like, I really wish you were putting that towards our house. And I said, well. So I ended up selling the pottery store. But I'd already started Studio J. It was basically an online. Hey, Sarah, how are you? Hey, Juanita. I had already started that. So, I sold that. I bought a brand. I sold everything as is. I sold it. You know, take it. You get all the samples. You get all the paint. Everything. It was like 8.5 years of business there. You know, it was just turnkey. You just basically come in. I included 2 weeks of training, so I worked for them for free for 2 weeks to show them how I did everything. And sadly, the lady put her, I wouldn't say teenage daughter, I guess teenage. She was like 18 or 19. She put her in charge, and she ran it in the ground. I was really sad. I mean, it wasn't mine anymore. I didn't have any say in anything, but oh my gosh, it was just sad to see. And I would see people out. We'd be out at restaurants or something, and somebody come up and say, oh my God, it's not the same. It's like a daycare in there. Her and her friends are sitting around eating pizza, and their kids are running around the place. And I was like, oh. It was a relaxing place when I had it. It was fun. But sadly, it lasted about another 1.5 years, and it was no longer there. It was really bad. Okay, so I'm just going to trace this out, cut it out, and pop it on here. I've been jibber jabbering here. So yeah, so Studio J. Oh, well, where I was going with that, I had somebody build me a website back then when I wanted to start selling my birthday plates online. And gosh, I had that website forever, but it was so old. It was very outdated, but I knew how to use it. It was just very outdated when it came to payments and stuff, because everything's changed so much. So I just went with Shopify. And I like it. I mean, I know everybody has mixed feelings about it, but I like it. I just need to get more knowledgeable about it. I'm not a real techie person, so that's how it is. Yo, I see a few comments, but like I said, I do go back and watch the replay. So if anybody's asking a question and I miss it, or if you're making a comment and I don't see it, I'm not ignoring anybody, I promise. I promise. It's not me. Okay. I got my new, I was on here, I think it was Friday or Saturday I was on here. I got my new heat tool. And I'm trying to decide if I like it or not. So far, it's okay. It does have 2 settings. My little black one that kicked the bucket, it just had 1 setting. So this might be better. I don't know. We'll see. I came so close to just buying another one, even though that one didn't last long. Oh, Patricia Lee, you're back. Yeah, sometimes you have to go out. Do I still make the plates? You know what? I still have my kiln. I still have everything in the basement because when I sold the store, I just bought a brand new kiln and I bought the same one that I had at the store. It's a huge kiln. I can fit in the kiln. I can climb down in there and sit. Not that I do that, but I can. That's how big it is. And I haven't used it since I started doing lives on here. I just got burned out. And I'll be honest with you, I'm short. I'm like 5'3.5". I thought it was like 5'4.5", and I was at the doctor. I get a physical every year, and the girl was like, stand there. You know, they weigh you, and then check 5'3.5". I was like, what? I'm 5'4". I'm almost 5'5". She's like, no, you're not. So anyway, I'm not very tall, and it's big, and it's hard, like putting things down in the bottom because you have to lean down in it to unload it. And then I got to the point where I wasn't even loading the whole kiln. I would like stack some of the shelves up so it was halfway. I was only filling half the kiln because I hated reaching down in it, and you have to vacuum down in it to get crumbs and stuff out. And I was like, I got to find something else. So I got the laser, and I like it. But I do have it. I was thinking about that the other day. I kind of want to make something in there again. Because I don't know if my glazes are still good. My underglaze paints. I still have all that stuff. Okay, so this is going to be the top of my popsicle. Isn't it cute? That's not short. You're about 4'11.5". I feel short. My husband's 6'6". So when I stand next to him, I feel even smaller. We went into Costco the other day, and you know how Costco has those huge buggies, shopping carts? I feel like this pushing it. I said, I feel like a little kid pushing this big, I mean, because the handle is like, I'm walking along, I'm like, I feel like a little kid. Does not help. Okay, so I think, okay, I want the stripes going in the same direction. So, and that was the middle. This is the middle. Let me cut this, y'all. Boy, it is coming down outside. Sure is. Okay. I'm not, Susie Q is tiny. I'm not that tiny. She looks so teeny tiny. My kids are taller than me. I don't know, their dad is like 6'1", I think, 6'1". But both my kids are taller than me. And my son always gets a kick out of calling me short. And he'll be like, hey, Mom, come here. Okay, stand up. Oh, I'm sorry, you are standing up. I'm like, shut up. Shut up. Weirdo. Okay. I hope I'm getting these kind of straight. Let's see. I didn't think about that. They might not be super straight, but it's okay, right? It's handmade. Gives it character. Oh. Yeah, I always throw the half in there. I will be like, okay, y'all, I am 5'3" and 5'8", or whatever. I don't know what she said I was, but I was not happy. I was like, maybe I'm shrinking. I mean, that's possible. Don't we shrink as we get older? I know my shoe size changed when I was pregnant. Like, I used to be a size 6.5 shoe. And then I had my son, and then I wore a 7. And then after I had Callie, I wear a 7.5. But now I can wear a 7 again. It's weird. What's up with that? Okay, it looks okay. It's not perfectly lined up, but let's see. Oh, okay. I need another piece. You know, if I keep talking, I'm not going to ever get these done. These are different on this sheet. See how this is smaller stars and it's brighter blue than that? It's a little bit different. So I might save those for another project. Let's see. But yeah, this set is in my shop if anybody wants to get one. I think it would be cute. I might paint that other little small set, like I said, like watermelons. It would be cute for the summer. Oh, I found this page. You know how when you're watching reels, like if you're scrolling and you see a reel? Okay, it's not a craft page. It was just this reel that popped up. And it was this guy. He was, he's in San Francisco. So he was riding through, I guess like riding through town on a bike, and he had one of those shakers. It was like silver, like an old rustic looking salt and pepper shaker. It was like an old silver, that's what it looked like, a little shaker. And he was on his bike sprinkling it like a salt shaker, and it had wildflower seeds in it. And apparently he goes around, the name of his page is, it's all one word. It's SF for San Francisco. SF in Bloom. SFINBLOOM. SF in Bloom. San Francisco in Bloom. He goes around just sprinkling wildflower seeds. And like on the reel, it was saying, you know, he gets comments, people saying, that doesn't work. You have to dig holes. You have to water. You have to... And he was like, you want to see proof? And he was like going along a median, like just some median down the street, sprinkling them. And then it was going back showing that there was little wildflowers sprouting up. And then he said, you know, you need to, I just found him this morning, but I've been going and looking at some of his videos, and he's saying, you know, you need to find, you can't just sprinkle any wildflowers. You need to make sure they're natural to your region. You know, if that kind of flower doesn't normally bloom in Georgia, don't sprinkle that. It's not going to work. But you know, he sells organic seeds and stuff like that, but I want to try it. I want to he said, don't be going to the dollar store and buying just random flowers and expecting it to work, but I'm going to try that. I'm going to, and I'm just going to sprinkle them like around the perimeter of our like yard or something, like, you know, on the other side of the fence or something. I'm not going to sprinkle them where our grass guy is going to cut them. But it was so cool. It was just like random wildflowers just springing up everywhere. I was like, I got to try it. Find me a little shaker. I'll have to take pictures and let you know if it works. But on his site, like, he'll sell you, of course, he'll sell you some based on your region, but, and I guess they're organic and all that, but, it tells, like, what varieties are in the package. Like, I'm in the southeast region, and, it said, like, cone flowers. I love cone flowers. So, I'm going to see if I can find some little packets of coneflower wild seeds. Okay, so I'm going to take my base. I just painted brown here. And that's going to show the little, can y'all see them? I'm just going to dry brush that real quick. I'm going to make this little popsicle stick a little weathered, I guess. Maybe. Okay. I'm going to get like one popsicle done. Okay, so you got your flat base and then all your little pieces. I'm just going to glue them on here with some wood glue. And a little plate here. Who's 5'8"? Donna? Oh wait, who's 5'8"? Diane or Donna? Almost a foot taller than me. You poured the chess sets? Oh my gosh. I bought the chess set as bisque. It was already poured and everything. And a lady painted it so pretty. And I had some people that would come in and paint some of the most amazing things. And then we had some things. I remember Robin was unloading the kiln one day. We did a lot of like kids camps and stuff where kids could come in and, you know, do like bundles of stuff. And their parents could go like Christmas shopping or summer camp. You know, parents could drop them off. And man, we would have like field day. It was so fun. I think I had more fun than the kids. But we did a Christmas thing and we had pizza and painting. And because we had a party room there, big party room. And they got like a bundle of, they got to paint so many like ornaments and stuff like that. And one of them was a cross. I remember Robin, she was my assistant. She was unloading the kiln one day and she came out and she said, she was holding this thing. She said, "What is this? What is this all about?" Like she was really offended or so, like, you know, disgusted. And I was like, I looked at it and on the back it had my son's initials. It was a cross and it almost looked satanic. But he tried, he was a little kid. He tried to paint Jesus on the cross and it was in black. And you know, I don't know how old he was. He was little. But it was this, and whenever he painted anything, like he painted himself, he painted me, he always tried to draw fingers and it always looked like Edward Scissorhands. So it was like this crazy, I have a butter dish and a plate that he painted one time. And it's like this little person and these like spikes. It was crazy. But I was like, I think that's supposed to be Jesus. And she was like, oh, because she thought somebody had come in and done something kind of satanic. And I was like, no, Robin. I believe that's Casey's attempt at painting Jesus. But sometimes there was some funny things we would see. People would paint crazy stuff. We would have guys come in and paint a plate that would say like, "Will you marry me?" And they would like use it. I only had 2 guys tell me that they were doing this, but they'd come in and painted a plate, and in the middle of the plate it said like the girl's name. It said, "Will you marry me?" And the plate was painted really pretty all around it. And then they took the plate to the restaurant they were going to and had in advance and had them bring out dessert on that plate. How sweet is that? So they ate the dessert and there was a message for her. I was like, but what if she doesn't eat all the dessert? You're going to have to eat it. Because you got to clean the plate to see the message. But how cute is that? We always had so much fun there. I miss that. Okay, so here's my first one. I'm lined up here. Okay, how cute is that, y'all? I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Took me almost the whole time just to make one because I'm talking too much. Sorry, I'm talking too much. All right, so I did this one going with the stripes going side to side. I'm gonna do this one with the stripes going down. So let's do, there's a bottom, there's a middle. Let me see if I can do this. Oh, I got another one. Let's see if I have time. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try that with the wildflowers, y'all. I may end up going like to a nursery or something and buy. I probably won't buy the ones at Dollar Tree because I really want to see if it'll work. Okay, so I want these going down. Sorry, I'm gonna get busy here. Don't forget, Miss Jim is coming up after me. Her page is called, if you're watching from the group, it's the Stand Tall Crafting group. It's a free group. If you're watching from there, all you have to do is refresh your page after I finish, like after I sign off, and you refresh your page, it'll take you, it should, that's how I do. I used to always have to go back and look at my little flyer to see who was up next, and then I got to where I just, you know, just go to the group and whoever's currently live will be right there live. So you can see them from there. And you can watch replays, like if you missed anybody. Like Michelle was on, Basement Crafting with Michelle. She was on, and then Sweet and Sassy Creations. Oh, well, Sunshine Designs. Sherry was on. And then Regina was on right before me. Okay, let's see. Here. Yo, I really want to go to the thrift store. I haven't been in a while. But I don't really like getting out in the storms. All right, I'm going to sand that in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and finish doing this. Okay, so I'm doing stripes going down. I'll do this next one. Oh, I might be able to fit both of these on here. Ooh, just barely. Okay. I'm probably missing some comments. Oh, you know what? Who said that about Krista? Yeah, I forgot about the diggers. My dogs are diggers. Greg went and bought some sand. Because where they were digging it, dug up like the grass and everything. They just started digging in the sand. I think Maggie liked that better. Digging in the sand. Oh my gosh. She's a mess. Did y'all see my Chat GPT? I asked Chat GPT what Stella would look like if she was a human little girl. It's so cute. And I did Maggie. I don't think I posted. I think I posted it in a comment where Amanda had said, you got to do Maggie. Greg said, that's her with the wavy hair. And it said, tell us something, a little bit about her, like her personality. Let me see this. And I said, she's always stealing stuff out of my craft room. And they sent back a picture of a little girl holding craft supplies, like paintbrush and stuff. I was like, that's her. She does like to come in here and steal stuff. Let me see. I'm trying to line it up, but I don't know if it's going to. Close enough. I was thinking with these, you get 4. And if you need your garland to be longer, you could like space them out further and maybe put like strips of like ripped fabric like between each popsicle, you know, to fill in space. I might do that with this bigger one. Of course, I'm going to run out of time on here, but there we go. All right. How am I doing? Okay, I got like 11 minutes. I can do it. Let's see. I have just enough space here. I know, they were so cute. I always say, I wish they were, I don't know, I wish they were real people, but then again, Maggie would probably have a smart mouth, and Stella would probably cuss all the time. If they were real people. Stella's bossy. Okay, I'm just trying to line up the stripes fairly close. That's close enough. I love these popsicles though. I want to do a set that looks like watermelon. I'm gonna have to. I'll either paint them or I might look on Etsy for a download for paper that looks like watermelon. Or it might be cute with like some pink gingham or a light green gingham for the green part. Okay. Dry brush this. I think that's white paint. Y'all don't be surprised if this Saturday, I'm in the Vintage Country Crafting Friends groups. It's an auction sale. Everybody in there is going to be selling off or auctioning off their finished pieces and stuff. So don't be surprised if these end up in there. I don't know. I might keep them, or if I do the watermelon, I might put those in there. Because I tell you what, when we make all these pieces on the lives, they build up. I mean, they just pile up. We run out of room. I think that's why I can't get my craft room organized. I've got too much stuff in here. So I definitely need to clear out. Do a little sale. Oops. Be some good stuff. Hey, Cooper. I'm all sloppy. I'm trying to do these kind of fast, gluing them on here in case I need to adjust them. So I'm just trying to line them up a little bit. Somewhat. This Q-tip is disgusting. Okay. There we go. Like that. Come on, time. 7 minutes. This job interferes with the important things in life. Ain't that the truth? You got better things to be doing. Okay. So this one has the stripes going down. And this one has the stripes going to the side. Similar, but different. Okay. So, like I said, it came with 4. I'm going to do 2 more, but I'm going to run out of time here. But let me show you what I was talking about doing. So, you'll take your whatever string you decide to string them up on. And let's just say, I'll pretend like we have 4. So, I'm going to run the string through. I'm going through the front and then back up. Okay, so once you string them up, however far apart you want to put them, say you need more space, you could take strips of like just ripped fabric. Got this one with little red dots. I've got, what other one do I have? I have that stuff I just got at Dollar Tree too. I've got some red and white gingham. Not quite the same size. I got some blue gingham. It's a different color blue, but I'm gonna try it. Just gonna rip a piece. Yeah, y'all know I never rip it in the right direction. So let's see what happens here. Hey, Nora. Hello. Hi, Bridget. Okay. Let's see. I don't know. It's close enough. So you could take pieces. I'm just going to fold them in half like that. Between, what do you call this stuff? Hang on a second, I gotta think. Nope, I did it backwards. Hold on. Oh, just popped my nail. Y'all, I got these press-on nails because I'm trying to grow my nails out. So if I put those on there, I don't like pick at my nails or bite them, or I don't really bite my nails. I'm not really a nail biter, but I break them easily. But I can't keep press-on nails on either. I've been trying not to go and get my nails done, even though I want to. What am I doing here? Okay, here we go. I did it backwards again. Hold on. It's because it's laying down. I'm not used to this. Here, I'm gonna hold it. I am struggling here. I'm out of time. I got 3 minutes. Okay, figure it out. Here we go. Why? I've done this before. Hold on. Okay, now I got it. No, I don't. Am I supposed to go upside down? Y'all, this is embarrassing. I know how to do this. Okay, I got it. I'm going to go upside down and pull it through. I gotta tell you, some days words are hard. Today, tying a little knot is hard. There we go. I got it. So you could do one of these between each popsicle. If you wanted to like make your garland a little bit longer, you want to space them out further, like this. It took me long enough to figure that part out. But anyway, you get 4 popsicles. And then, ta-da! Oh, what is wrong with me? Okay. Do I have time to make one more? Nope, I got 1 minute. So y'all remember, Ms. JEF is up next. JEF Creations, an old woman making things. That's the name of her page. JEF Creations. And this event goes through Beating with Wayne. He's on at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. if you're Eastern like me. I always get mixed up with those times. See, like there's a notification on my Ring camera. I wonder if somebody's at my door. Well, that's good because I'm getting off now. Okay, so y'all be sure to check everybody out. And like I said, if you haven't already joined that Stand Tall Crafting group, this is probably the group I do the most events in. It's definitely one of my favorites. And it's Krista's group. Y'all probably see Krista there in the comments. It's a great group. It's always a fun event. So y'all go check out Miss JEF. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. I will get this finished and I'll post a picture. Y'all don't have to watch me struggle with this bow anymore. Thank y'all for being here. Y'all have a great day. Stay safe. Hey, Sue. Hey, Teresa. Thanks. Bye, y'all.